Hello everyone. Hello, welcome back. We are here for another party video. It's really dark in here. I really hope you can't tell. I've tried to supplement the light in here. It is winter, full-blown winter now here in the UK, and it's now like 8:30-ish in the morning, and it's still not light out. It's just starting to get light, so love that for me. But today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about plant burnout. I know a lot of people on YouTube are talking about it at the moment, and I'm probably going to be repeating myself, but oh well, I don't care, I'm doing it anyway. I really want to talk about it because it's really happening for me, and it does happen every year, and I knew it was going to come, but obviously every year it just it really does hit you, and you don't there's no preparing you for it. But I just wanted to talk to you about it because it is fine. It's one of those things that happen, there's no getting around it. It's just going to happen. So this year, mostly I get it because it's really dark out, and it's really dark out, it's wet, it's gloomy. For me, because it is really dark, and also because this house, actually every house I've lived in the past couple of years gets really cold in winter. And there's no kind of getting around it without blasting the heat 24/7, and who can afford to do that, really? Nobody. So yeah, it does stunt their growth, and obviously that contributes to plant burnout for me, because I am one of those people, I think a lot of people, you just thrive off your plants thriving, and if you see them doing really well, you want to be all over them. And obviously if your plants aren't growing, you just don't do it, you don't have that urge. But I think it also comes hand in hand with winter blues. I think almost everybody experiences winter blues, and it's completely normal for everyone. No judgment. I get it every single year, and a lot of people I know do. It's just a real thing. If you don't know what winter blues are, it's basically just when it gets to winter, you just feel really down, and everything's gloomy, so you just feel really down and you can't bother to do anything. It's a bit of seasonal depression, really. It's the same thing. I think a lot of people do experience it just because you go from summer into winter, it's cold. I mean, here it gets really cold. It's December here now, and it was snowing, which isn't normal for the UK, really. You don't really get it before Christmas, it's usually after. And it was -4 here. It's just raining all the time and cold and really dark. So we get it quite bad here, winter blues. I know a lot of people that do get it. But I do think plant burnout and winter blues do come hand in hand, which is a lot why you see a lot of it during winter. How I deal with it, I just kind of ride it out. It always really, really hits me when it first gets into winter, autumn, winter, when it starts to get dark earlier. That's when it really starts to hit me. I ride it out. I'm not one of those people that try and fight it with my plant care, and how I am with my plants. I don't really try and fight it. I will just leave them to it. And I know a lot of people are going to be oh my god, no, you shouldn't do that, what are you doing? But I just, it's fine. That's fine. I know we all have plants, but at the end of the day, you're more important. If you're not in the space to do your plant care, just don't do it. I know me during winter, I literally will wait until there are physical signs a plant is horizontal instead of vertical, until I'll water them and stuff, and I will just kind of usually in summer I will go around all my plants and a couple of times a week, maybe once or twice a week, see which ones need watering, and I'll do it like that. Whereas winter, I will just ignore them pretty much, and just, it's quite bad. I will literally sit there and I'll just be sat there like on the sofa or something, even watching TV, and I'll be staring at one thinking that really needs watering. I still don't do it. I will leave it there for a few days, and every time I look at the plant and I think that really needs watering, just until I just do it, and I think that's fine. There are always a few casualties during winter. I mean, for me, in a way, it is kind of like a way to get rid of plants that you're not that into, because I am one of those people that think during winter, if you can't even be bothered to try and keep it alive, you're not that into that plant. And you know, you will see telltale signs that plant is struggling, and if you just think, do you know what, you don't bring me that much joy, I will list it on like Marketplace or something, or I will gift it to a friend, all that jazz, and just give it away. Or sometimes if you can't even bring yourself to do that, just get rid of it, just throw it away. It's not that big a deal. It's a plant. I mean, for me, it probably depends which ones they were, but the ones that I really love, I know, and I'm never going to let them get to that point. So I think it's fine. Just do it when you can do it. It's fine to leave plants, and just do it as and when you have the energy. There's no point in forcing yourself, because, or more often than not, you'll just make yourself feel even worse. So don't force yourself. I mean, every now and then you probably do need to force yourself. Like yesterday for me was like a force myself moment. But just taking like 10, 15 minutes, half an hour out of your morning, your afternoon, your day, it might make you feel a little bit better as well. I know it did with me. I feel like it was quite a good start to my morning yesterday. So sometimes force yourself, but just don't feel bad about it. I know I do this, like you've got all the big YouTubers and you watch them and they've got all their plants and their new growth and they're doing all this plant care. They go through the same thing, I'm sure of it, but sometimes you feel bad and you're like, oh, I'm not doing that, but it's fine. I know I don't really do much plant care over winter, but as well that's because my plants don't really grow because of the environment that I have in winter. It is fine. I think I'm starting to come out of my like heavy winter slump now, where I feel like I've got to the worst bit. I've got through the worst bit where it's like really hit me, and I'm kind of getting used to like the darkness, the cold, the wet and stuff. And I'm starting to come out of that slump, which is a really good feeling, because it's almost like you've pushed through a wall, and I'm probably still not going to be as on it as I am in summer, I know that, but I'm going to end up watering my plants before it gets to the point where it's like critical. I say that, I might not, we'll see. But I've definitely pushed past that wall. I feel like it's got to the point where, you know, it's getting into the festive season, you're getting used to like the warm, and I just think, do you know what? You've just got to think like soon it's going to start getting lighter earlier and stuff like that. It's just things like that you've really got to like think about and just think, do you know what? We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Anyway, I've gone on a massive tangent. I've gone on about, yeah. But anyway, I think that's all for this video. It was just probably a quick one. I'm probably going to cut this down. It probably isn't a quick one because I've ranted on for ages. But I think that's all. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is it is fine and we all go through it. Whether it's planty burnout or just general winter blues that you have, I mean, it goes over everything. It doesn't matter what your hobby is, like you get blues in everything. Winter blues is a real thing. It is fine, don't worry about it, just ride the wave with me, we will get through it, it will be fine. Make sure to see people, do the things you enjoy, and the light at the end of the tunnel is coming. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you find it helpful in any way, knowing that you're not the only one going through it. Let me know if you are having like plant burnout or just winter blues in general. Let me know down in the comments. If anybody has any tips for myself and everybody else watching this video on how to deal with it, please let us know. I'm sure everybody will be super grateful. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more planty content from me. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.